What's going on, boxing fans? It's Julian Williams with The Distance. I have another video for today. I actually did this video a while ago, and I noticed that the whole video didn't even post. So I'm just going to kind of break it down again real quick. I have another fantasy matchup for Prime Ali versus Tyson. This one is Pernell Whitaker versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. Good matchup overall. It's defensive fighter versus defensive fighter. Hard to break down. Honestly, speed and reflexes go to Pernell Whitaker. I'll say power goes to Mayweather. Overall skill, I'll say they're about the same. But anyway, onto the fight. This is a really hard fight to analyze because you have two fighters who are very defensive minded. Both fighters, their defense set up their offense. But at times, we've seen Mayweather come out, with very aggressive defense, and or aggressive offense, or aggressive defense that turned into offense in his fights, like against Arturo Gatti or Philip Indu or whatever, and Whitaker, we've seen him in some fights where he's D set up his offense. His fight against Mayweather's uncle Roger Mayweather, or against Freddie Pendleton. In the past, we've seen Pernell Whitaker in some really good fights where his defense set up his offense. So in a match like this is very hard to score, but the hand speed, I gotta give it to Whitaker. Whitaker would land. How Whitaker was Whitaker would land about 3 shots for you to land none. It was just Whitaker would go up, he'd land his 3. And then you'll throw another fighter will throw like a straight, and he ducks back and he lands 3 more. Mayweather likes to land the straight right hand, right down the pipe. That's just the type of fighter that Mayweather is. He likes to land that straight right hand right down the middle. But in a fight like this, I doubt that he'll be able to land a straight right hand counter from Whitaker, just because of how quick his defense was. Pound for pound, I do think that Whitaker is very underrated from a pound for pound standpoint. Though he is a Hall of Famer, a lot of people, when you think of the 90s, they think of Ali, they think of Tyson. Not Ali, they think of Holyfield, Tyson, Lewis. They just think of other fighters, but among casual fans, they bring up these old heavyweights. Hell, they even bring up De La Hoya in Trinidad, but they don't bring up Whitaker, who pretty much ruled the early 90s. And Pernell Whitaker, I think with Pernell Whitaker, he was very defensive minded, just like Floyd, and he was just hard to hit. And a lot of fighters with longer reaches than Floyd was never able to land against Pernell Whitaker. And Floyd at 147 is more patient. And he works behind his right hand, or he pot shots, and he moves, stuff like that. But I honestly doubt, because Floyd is so patient at 147. I don't think that. Honestly, I gotta give this fight to Pernell Whitaker by unanimous decision, because I think that Floyd will not take as many risks at 147 as he did at 130. I just don't think he'll get out of his comfort zone against the Pernell Whitaker, because against Pernell Whitaker you definitely have to get out of your comfort zone. And other than getting out of your comfort zone, you have to rough up a Pernell Whitaker to try to land on the offensive attack. So from an offensive standpoint, Mayweather wants to be more aggressive, but I don't think he'll be as aggressive against Pernell Whitaker, because Pernell Whitaker wants you to be aggressive so he can attack, coming off of his D. So I think that Pernell Whitaker would beat Floyd Mayweather unanimous decision. I think he'll beat him because it would be just like a lot of Whitaker's other fights. He'll land 3 shots for Mayweather to land none. I think that Mayweather will land some good shots on him, but it will be hard for Mayweather to land those shots on Whitaker. And I just think that Whitaker's reflexes and his hand speed and the fact that, coming off of, say Mayweather misses a shot, and even though he's accurate and very precise, I think that Pernell Whitaker will swarm him with shots, and make Mayweather pay when he misses, because that's just the type of fighter that Whitaker was, and sometimes he just didn't stop, when he threw his shots. But anyway, hopefully the whole video comes up. But that was my prediction. I got Pernell Whitaker unanimous decision. If you have a fantasy matchup, just send it to me in my inbox, and I will break it down for you. But anyway, that was the distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.